And say me grano okatakyie dia ba betu dwa about coup in Ghana mahama mamu a wobui. Abusia and you know say we share reactions on that particular aspect of the video ebobo bana. Then say comment section na say there more than 60% of the Ghanaian youth nature say omno okatakyie have. So I was like na NDC for you omota call okatakyie video as go di na temi kro omo wai. I say obi any ade so okatakyie ka coup. Mahama mamu we. No maybe ye treta or do okatakyie ndi chele obetu mahama. Coup children. There's a Ghana you need to coup papa and you for two. So you heard the cost of Burkina and any bread. Ya to abana ya bread. Ya bread. You better into that particular details for okatakyie FIFA. Men say na me kai alomo ya wada with screen history. Obekai. Okatakyie alomo ya no toughness some time ago ni X and yeah K1ng Ghana kobo wure che some time ago say onyu su that lady. Jana no dey. Abi obi ebie nanu mo hwami achi abaye won hwa me kura wo hwa abaya na mame nyini free so mame nyini free so na me fa we to so hwemanim ne monkomo die to obaye o anya ofort wa ye nyina ye niji ho ye niji no ma bi se ho ye nyame abode na efe untimi deny what asem na K1ng Ghana ko bo wura achire say obey use this particular lady to make sure so better take your okatakyie down. And the internet no satire. Everywhere you go, you'll be meeting Dr. E. According to Ghana Web report, Ghana Web say there be you better story later. My main fact Ghana Web, my main lady so Ghana Web say gay ya or ya doctor ya okatakyie x&kevin. Man show who say we fake doctor. And say man eboba after Ghana Web they make this revelation, this big revelation on this lady. Ebobo remember had the able free a ho and so ebana me cow say sabra no ka say the okatakyie say akwa we. Or rather downfall K1ng Ghana or be making sure say the K1ng Ghana ba be PM Ghana and I know maybe you dey be kwen mama K1ng Ghana do also one na yire na best one si play mu I the internet and okatakyie I say internet no so and then somehow they be ba no dey ano dey do yen komra na enkomo bi aka about John Domani Mahama no ne ebo mi amede no enso aboto amaw am dey to dan se mu hunu keka no ha na wo ya no hwe anya yi na nyankopon so uche nua ne ade anu ache me nua ni nua adwene ne nye abebebom ana aben na bom ni ase kwa wo hye dan so chesa asmo hinti hey edek na yese kwa bo A+ na Ghana fo ntie na
mienti ade bi ase matete se nkrofo se Mahama pese opam chief justice se na be ya obekọ for a third term me pa cho sa de ye de mra na ye de
and look what they say government communication minister for communication honorable Felix Kwachofo so they betu just no kribia sa
onokra wan kan ye Kwachofo so wan kan ye
adena nke so kan say
John Mahama betumi esiki for billion terms eyemra Ghana constitution e wo dia media ye nyina betumi constitution no ye say wo pese wo sesa bibi wo mu afa kọ ha emra ne ye tro no ye say justice swɛar to forbear's attorney general ne judgment no otro wo mu say constitution no enye just text say ne da he then you are why
hello me dem so honorable Kawasem
first year Kawasem a living organism capable of growth into no constitution no e wo say enyi enye say attract one and one no so if the president thinks that the term limit no emwa Ghana obe to meet the constitution na call parliament say parliament me feel say Ghana no e say yi term limit feel so udi 100 terms kwa na nkofo so mpewa also what transfer development e yamra e da ho enye John Mahama ne hye amra no
but for now dear
no John Mahama on meka asase ba me pese ade no ko obi atrim say nya ye dede say John Mahama petete omu ye lawyer for omu nim ne amra ne ka amra ne say John Mahama feel so pese o tena so bi mu a on famra parliament obo ba beto yen wo ho yen ne behwe ade no aka say okay emra no ampa ya change emra na yen say
Danny fa article 1-2 that is supremacy of the constitution who read the constitution of the republic or say this constitution shall be the supreme law of Ghana and any other law found to be inconsistent shall to the extent of its inconsistency be void. That is the article 1-2 or say this is the supreme law of Ghana so we Samrana must conform with the provisions of this constitution. If any constitution Say no constitution if be abo bra to the extent of any ne bra bono it shall be void. See again offer constitution and I'm say you free baby nearby. Na yedi ye history so dani project say me won say kwame ekoti ye justice soa ne famous quote wa o make here in the case of a year to 4 versus attorney general o make quote fabra or say a written constitution such as ours is not an ordinary act of parliament. Dani position here na me read my Ghana for position here or say a written constitution such as ours is not an ordinary act of parliament. It embodies the will of the people. It also mirrors their history. Ahana Kwame refuse what the bishop. So the constitution it mirrors the history of this country. History is say Emrebi Bedri Kwame Nkrumah declared who a president for life. It declared Ghana one party state. And no nam suma ku ni ade bebrebe. So the constitution trying to solve that issue. And womudia shemu say you shall have a term of presidency 4 years for 2 terms. And the Kwame plus Sabeka say, your mama bet me the Maraba, near be a pass. Premise of the constitution, Kwame. Omo person omo so be mischief of. Or China will be sorry, and yet your Kwame plus Oyeno. Your friend be basic structure doctrine. The doctrine of basic structure. Because Justice Sowa say the constitution contains the history of the people, you know. Say even obey amend the constitution. And you be na bet me amend it. Because of the basic structure. That's a basic structure doctrine. Almost say some constitution. Certain part of the constitution you cannot touch it. Because the spine, the bone of the constitution. It's a that means you've overthrown the constitution to come in with another one. So Sister 6.2 said, a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. Now, omudi share movie and omo si bet me anya bodam ni bi oba president. No watch no say make declare me home president for life. It's constitution omo che mu mienu. Your friend be entrenched provisions and then non-entrenched provisions. The constitution is say there are non-entrenched now. And no there what they call parliament bet me amended. Name or the roadblocks be to home. Said the beya who person one amended the entrenched provisions obebre. So when you easy say kwa mbeka say your mama bet me the maraba parliament near amended and you correct. I was say hey the constitution article 1, 2 and 3. Yentia opese article 1, 2 and 3 jina ho. Na obianti me fa sanka anyhow. It's because article 1 and I care about the supremacy of the constitution. It's yamakwam will be amended no. That means obetimi ayensemu bia. Article 2:1 and also the Supreme Court the power to make declarations when obey the assembly. It's yamakwam will amended anyhow be say. It's in for second page in of tuso. Or say the executive the whole chapter 8. So me Kasa over constitution the whole chapter 8 bibi aka wo bia no entrenched provisions. The term limits of the president, who qualifies to be president, who can stand for president. Ninyina under chapter 8.
Exactly.
The presidential powers. So then be court to me fanan court. Ninyina under chapter 8. And 290 say chapter 8 ninyina ye entrenched provisions.
Exactly.
It's yafe yam kwahwa kwan e fa so. Amend this up as also entrenched provision. So it's not easy to Kwame Beka say, wait me the Maraba and you better near pass it. Kwame Janse Munu, and himself said that this answer. Before such as your mama no Kwabena just what the parliament. Or say it shall be referred by the speaker to the council of state. Before say speaker Kwabeno, as a speaker refer a year bill no, yes, I didn't know person amend or entrenched. It's chapter 8, article 66. As a speaker, the council of state for. Now council of state for him. Now young Danny connects in the Council of State for him we are at the end of Messiah. Or say Council of State for him we are. So the bill shall be published in the Gazette. You can Gazette agobi. Say Uko Saudia. The publishing or Gazette. It's a Moya Madrid some article 66 now. Or say the bill shall be gazetted for 6 months. Or say shall not be introduced into Parliament until expiry of 6 months. No, yeah, the 2 or shedder. Constitution the roadblocks be 2. Say moment and quarter 6 months. Because you see a person nipa na dia wo ye no wadwene hu ye pa tie ma bre so unto 6 months now say expire under clause 3 we are yanko ne yanko hwede e sa ka kire o o se se wonya ye we a fe ye the parliament na speaker e boss 1 2 3 kim o se after the bill has been read in parliament it shall not be proceeded with further o se nya read ya mu kai mu nyina di parliamentarians and mo bia fa na sanka o se it shall be submitted to a referendum obi ye can referendum mo famre Ghana for no mo fanko Ghana for no if some person Ghana for no choose say empire person your mama etna so that ye ni o but say it shall be subject to a referendum now throughout the whole Ghana and your referendum ketua bi eti wo hwe eye na no na eye nuan mo wo vote ani ade ka say emere bi on beso mo te om ho nyane eno om ayi plebiscite ye call referendum ye city regency bi akeka ho ye call referendum na no call referendum because a regency the area na affected no ana wo mo no be to aba but this one it affects the whole country so the constitution is saying that you must subject it to a referendum precisely so for man for na fe yan kan to aso article 290 yan kan to aso also they call referendum 40% of all people eligible to vote omo to abe ye senka me no ka say you be 17 million people that to abe nyemwa Ghana so 40% of 17 million people must turn out it is a nipa be ba to aba no omo andu 40% of 17 million or 15 million unya referendum no now already a clause 4 na 90 clause 4 no was say afa nipa 40% be to 75% of the forum be to aba no eso omo ka say an ye pese yes sama your mama transfer. Na your mama be denya 75%. More fire. Bisebio. More fire. More fire. It's okay clause 4. I say and at least 40% of the persons entitled to vote voted at the referendum. And at least 75% of the persons who voted cast their votes in favor of the person. It's 40% of the people to come and vote. It's 75% of those people. And where you framers of the constitution, called tetem na fa hin ko si ye ni so ye ni so oni wo kwan abema okwo ni mo go bi right no kwame nkruma no obema check your mama bibiri kwame nkruma no obema check your mama bibiri ono call try say was subverting the will of the people omutu no more fire more fire what's some for no yi ni ade agobi when people feel oppressed at any given point they are left with no option than to rise up precisely so and why yes the people who feel frustrated when your mama memu papa ben go ba former yi ni ade ase ye kwasisa no akobi president go for answer constitution and transfer na your mama enti mon konkoda or try so be subverting the will of the people we will go after him and constitution no am your coin say obia obe try so obe overthrow the constitution we should use any means possible to reinstate the constitution it is your mama here na going so obe overthrow the constitution we will use every overthrow yes so your mom yes we overthrow him and we will reinstate this constitution so your mama here na going so obe amend the constitution we am famara kwam na so here na going so obe transfer we will overthrow him I'm telling you
alomo ya wada wo screen history that Kevin tell akobo wura chire say obe use this particular lady to make sure so obe take okatakyie down and obe kai okatakyie the same way beto abonte abra lady we making who available to Kevin Taylor say Kevin Taylor news no against okatakyie the same beto just lady we doctor na wo ye no ye no kre and no maybe odi be gu kwan mama Kevin Taylor do so ono ana yire na be so na si play mu so okatakyie a secret job be and say they will see kasa no or you sure say baby adwuma no what share do ne there.
Does Nana Flowers watch his son's program? He has no moral right to file a defamation suit. Now when him so you say obi agbe nya adwuma it has been your friend man one and papa nyesa and one will to one mother na ka me hunu ye anke ka bi na atwi was ye awo boni ya o me ba na awoka be ka me na me metia yi na general akoka asam ye ka bitia me nya fa na mfa na sa e se general akoka anke ma me ye nya sa anti anyway yan kwani nya adwuma gobi on a more serious note, Ghana for Muntie me same way. And let me put this on record. Me obi a semeno nante. Na menu etwam. Na ye nante bi wo a. Me mpani pa na chiri asemka.
Da bida.
Me pa mo chow tie nie o.
Sabebe.
Me mpani pa na chiri asemka. Enu semeno obi nante wie. Na oye nioma bi. I am forced to defend myself. I am happy.
Precisely.
But the name I owe it a duty to the people, the Ghanaian people, and all peoples all over the world. A case should be a pain. Minstro and net, minstro china. Mrs. Sagel no. On your doctor and net. On your doctor china. On your doctor Ghana. Warrior. They are playing legal gymnastics. And I owe it a duty to the Ghanaian people. Seven woman who say on your doctor. Because one way you're watching, I prescribe a drug. I'm now I want to send this warning to you. If you answer, maybe not try when him said them here. And fire. Now me obi you should know. What my kwasia way that wa. Obe we no ma drag you out. Precisely. And you will feel it.
Exactly.
When I want this animal who know what you are, maybe what you see is what you get. Many be hide it. They make any. Me say, I owe it a duty to the Ghanaian people. Girl, no on your doctor baby. All over the world, America on your doctor baby. And me prove be actually musisia. Mosha ya yeso ama eye niyama metafew. Abe patch also a letter now. So he niyama achopana. Or say Wankoje some information is what you be Google and anymore. Not that information in your crew. So it's true Ghana Medical Association for so many Medical and Dental Council for so many Now girl let me Kwasia way out America about my dad and say or your doctor wa America. And no buy and war drag me into the matter. Send me na First of all, we need time for that nonsense. But me catch will necessarily say, even America, girl in your doctor. Opa, mama lawyer beyond make kwefrifa. So they make court for defamation. Now dia what say, oh lawyer now will throw letter anybody say you know. First of all, lawyer will throw letter chambers in Kaho. Danny letter not to no more. Lawyer will throw letter chambers in Kaho. Where in your now Sage we minimum chair me draw session. It's letter we nobody one draft and will do obedience. It may say, maybe kwefrifa say. Yen Kenra akwaya what ya bruchira ni Jimmy, debi ya drag me into the muddy. And Kawoka Saka, you know. No one prove ya Ghana for say Ghana your medical doctor in America. Obia or your medical doctor in America or one number, a unique number. Every professional in the world has a unique number. Ghana say or call John Hopkins University. Maybe kwefrifa me say one call John Hopkins. What name John Hopkins baby. Now, my see, my some show. One way I am forced to come out in a very hard way. You can never survive it. Don't do that. When you're my way in the Chirimini, me and my majesty men come once. Mamidina. Danny for picture be a brand new shadi. So first of all, there is a photo here or say a year in the office. It will be what design photo in such a way say or the pictures are bobo including one kasa the pictures. Now if you don't let me come after you this way, you are forcing me to defend myself. Mama she picture where you motion picture where you. Now this very picture, a picture or portrait say, a ne office our America. First of all, and your office beer. Make every fan a moment information. And your office beer. Now show picture now see any office for America. Make sure even addresser or yes, I know way if you crow. I mean, okay, say 2022 year or more pamo ni free mo. Don't do these things. What my kwasia we abeshi wachi as if say kwasia we Kevin tell about me make every fan. And then I come tell about me. And you are somebody you are my friend, so I'm passing you back into this matter. Now go fi Osha picture now war honor. Danny Radia. One of the pictures as a group picture. We made the wawa and woman. Danny for some picture now to Fabrice and I'm in Ghana for Divi. me de wawa ho ama wo me de wawa ho ama wo me se onye doctor wo wiase ba bia ni CV ekura me nsam suku okoye meka ni nyina a kire wo but let this be your last warning. When you kwase ni nyina mama medina me pesa me comment kwa me hia ni ama metefiu busa ni ama no ene me hu ye na me friend no busa nse sa ni o ko fa ene kwa na me friend ni ama me ne nkasa ba bia e hu hia me eno me friend w.a.r.n.s dani fa we to fa picture no to fa ba ko na me zoom in wo de fa first one na de to ne bra fa first one ne bra na me che o man di bi so go fi o sha picture na there is a group picture bi o de abo ho a it looks like a year John Hopkins for and or no a medal now dani fa ba ko na me share that crop you zoom in let's zoom in into the picture na me chere Ghana for this girl is very dangerous. She's very callous, and she can edit so many things. Even that case here, okay, say, meneno diaben aseno. When him say yekoye or edit WhatsApp chat to look a certain kind of way. Now me prove it be achiremo. Dani Osha picture na ejina wana zoom in na. Original picture is on the internet.
Precisely so. Fire.
I don't know. We open. What is this? Danny, it's Masha. Danny, zoom in. Sani group picture now. Monsha group picture now. Born a war home. Or see I in the office. No. Na menchira the original picture of the group picture. Sa picture na born. Na menchira it's washada edit. And then the one ejina middle. But baby ojina no. Which Oja black, you be a black one in Chelsea, another coat one in Chelsea, and one no supposedly in a medal. This one, very one. It's one show you picture. Now because on the medal, I will show you the original picture. Never boy, never your friend William. I will show you the original picture of Pekin with internet and we edited in Hushim Keke.
More fire.
Mitching rough. If your son's a mama one, Mitching rough, rough. Mempel rough
for pound.
Me mama for na hu sa wonya doctor baby a. Bolare eno me frɛ bola am ka kire say we me senior. When the matter comes to bear, one way ya media house no. So this is the picture I was say eye the group picture nti wa as one no gina eye mema na emienu ntem meboa I want ni feel ni suppose hospital officer no. Now then if I call ni share the original picture. If I call ni share the original picture. If you answer, don't get me angry in this country, me be rough. Oma akwa we continue. Wona akwa share na chimu o share say. Empanimfo akwa we didi o matem nyina. Wo if you answer. Ana o share na chimu o yes angwa. Me pe kwa asem. Now this is the original picture. Monjo original picture no. And we edit say lady white you free moon. And we do no who shame. Tie the make no. This is the original picture of Monjo daninti surface picture ne braba. Enti what dey share Monjo picture ni. So the girl is so crazy. She's full of editing so many things. Only Kevin tell you na pen. Me say na mo amuji Kevin tell the muji ni di at your own peril. So this is the picture of the abon office say. I see so ni jino to hwa. The lady in the middle of the black suit, no, and the other one, no, and why is a white lady nephew? I'm not doing wash. Now I don't want nonsense. Stop these things.
Precisely. Oh fire.
Ada me kwa na ma twempra. Utu woni abortion of forex for twempra. Ada na wo hanadwene. Woni Timothy Bentu atwempra. Ada na wo hanadwene. Woni Eric Boahin atwempra. Sofo yi awuchi. Woni na twempra. Ada na wo hanadwene. Me pɛ kwasesem. Mama so kwa didi. Me pɛ rough. Se me kwati sua se de wo ma kwase keke ya. Academy ja ye 6 years ni ka woni na so ni akiri. A wo ye nkwase de a wo yi. Me pɛ rough. Ka sema kire wo. Obayama na o pese wo hunu video a wa ankasa wo share da wo dress yes doctor e dey stethoscope se dey e bo wo kon mu ewie ya wo dey share rubber bag mu dress o pese wo hunu ni nyina be hu me chin rough mama so kwa didi achichidie panimu jadudu aye di nsuo e be frem e fi asansa me chin rough wo dey andali wo ne andali you are aware me chin rough me chin rough Oma kwa we koso adragi me dia de meya wo mu mienu okrom ha no you be so shocked na wo sa kwase na sha oyire basement be see free na de ko ho se wo yire ohwe wani mu to aso tuwa de woni tirimu nim na me ne wo be wie na o si play ma wo ba be chini rough wo ba ba betene krom ha so wo si yagimi a be se wo yire be mu ba betene krom ha na wo yire hwe wani mu twice She knows what she knows.
John Omani Mahama say eba Ghana say we are seeing a boy abaso say yetimi echi dollar no nesidi ni yetimi etu wana mo yi no. O see a gold reserve no aye dey chi dollar do. No kure ni nyame ani mu ni. Eye no ma bi a otimi beto ye say MPP aban no aye ato ho. That is the Ghana Gold Board here Sabri currently omutu adamon to make sure say we use Ghana Gold no to be able to deal with dollar no awachi ye mu bebre no. O say eye Dr. Mahudu Bomia ensa no adwuma no bia. No mo be inherit ye. And I'll medical council say when it comes to GM under this current government I will have no legacy.
Dr. Bawumia also claims that the NDC since they took office hasn't added even a ton to Ghana's gold reserves, and we've been fact checking that claim. So join me now is the newly married lead data analyst here at Joy News, Kofi AJ. Kofi, what's the verdict?
Well, firstly, the verdict is clear, and the claim is that look, the current NDC administration hasn't even added a ton of gold to the country's gold reserve, which means the vice president claim is that at least if you should not add anything at all, you should be able to add a ton to the reserve. So how did we do this? We've been combing through data from the Bank of Ghana, trying to understand where we are as a country in terms of gold reserves. And what we understand is that the claim made by the former vice president, if we are to put the true meter to it, then we can confirm that this claim is true. Why do we say so? Look at between December and April of 2025. The NDC actually took over in January 7, 2025. If we do the math, even if we possibly give all the gold added to the reserve between January and April, that's about 0.84 tons. That's not even up to a ton. So his claim that the NDC hasn't even added a ton to the country's gold reserve, we can confirm that this claim is true.
Papa is tired of that. This time he want to do something. There is a gas plant currently or build there. You use the crude oil on your daddy. So, or turning to be something a thing of the past. You depending on gas currently to make sure say Ghana electricity everything is stable. Let them say the obey no cry every Ghana, and not just that too. But so said depending on green energy. Green energy using the solar or any other green energy be to make sure say Ghana the doom so will be a thing of the past or born home day. But the rankophobia almost mahama etia. Yenya mahama ho asem bonen ka no omo de ebusua de bia de on the news omu gu papa nanim asepa Sam George eni okujuta bra kwa maka to say sankofu we se mahama anye bibia ba dem na mamuo no omo ma nanim onyama e tan obi NDC ni wo hweme onim say asema mi kan ye no kure.
The NDC never promised to remove the communication service tax. The NDC spoke against it in parliament. We said that we are not for it. We did not promise that we are going to take it down.
If
President Mahama becomes president January 2025 and the first budget is read, which will be sometime in March of 2025, and the budget doesn't announce a scrapping of CST, Miss Sam George, I would attack President Mahama on it. And
nobody will news to me say NDC ni be this money be and our kotoka be abnormally no many quite say or ye because of no any some cancer on ya. Nay you could you to black one answer Sam George.
Because look, I'm telling you that right now, of the ministers that have been approved, the ministers, almost 40-something ministers that have been approved. Some of them come to parliament. We've seen some of them attending official functions in intra-city. And they've been driving V8 already. And please, to our viewers, when you see a government minister driving a V8 in town, please take a picture and let's tweet it at Joy News.
Omo fum sikanu too much. Omo go papa ni mas. Omo ma manfo we say NDC government ni ya ton kwasiaba na ama wo and someone no eba na nya mahama side o enkofu mienu yade be chi na mahama eba be bibi enya ne aba be fire no ha dia I don't know, but currently mahama is on the track and sankofu wi omudi na chi no ebusua omu gu papa de no ase enyi omu dia omu gu ne ase poto kwasiafo mienu yi okututu abla kwa ne Sam George ni sini a wo hwem wonim beti de bia ase wo bi gu party ne ase currently bia koto ade bi with a price unreasonable ebe ma amanfo akase mahama ye corrupt sankofo mienu and very crazy truly some anye bi bia mfa kwasiafo omu gu party no obegu party no and obi antumi nkama betra no maka no kra enso actually when it comes to okatakyie nsem about coup any ade no so a John Dramani Mahama de kan kra de abetu da obetie mu se abra vice president enyamba Ghana o yare a woje na yare hwe e wo UK nkofo bi try so be impeach no o metu na de so even Togo ni Cote d'Ivoire ke kadu okoba no enya obi nim nkofo kra papa ne ka but o say nkofo bi try so mu tu na de so hey coup children say the Ghana you coup children what do you mean to be two no. So these are the words of the president John Dramani Mahama Ninsem was the vice president Wafinipa. Yes, I particularly I have missed you because even traveling out of the country has been difficult. Say oh to kwang abaya dia sisi demano. I didn't know what cancer or see they threatened to impeach me for going to Togo while you were away. Or see Togo crowd could try and hobayen and kofobi. What is show mokaso be tuna so. What I say now? So this is according to John Dramani Mahama Nsema what they told a tear was say Mohammed nim no the Saka constitution is over more than 4 years. He Okatakyie will be overthrow the president of the Republic of Ghana. You won't say we are killing my crowd.
K1ng oh boy Juma really Jacob so now see commentary or social media no style of blogging fantastic. So you see commentary news in the bar, so you see commentary for home so good keep on going.
And the Ostan also the other tribe a follow unyi sorted India terminate that's how becano it's so painful I know shit. I don't know say commentary like or you as a presenter sports presenter that they are and we need maybe a local strength free but it's all good. Oh yeah, K1ng Ghana, K1ng will try.